Wait, no. This thing keeps moving. All right, y'all. So for those of you who are really sad about TikTok being banned, it was only short-lived for a few hours. So guess who's back? Back again. TikTok's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Yeah, they back. I would love for somebody to do the remix to Eminem's Guess Who Shady's Back, whatever the song is called. And TikTok's back. I think that'll be really funny. If somebody hasn't done it already, but I hope all is well with you. All right. Let's start a little friendly poll in the beginning, but we're going to be talking about the similarities between Naziah Harris and Madeline Soto. Both girls. This thing keeps moving. This pissing me off. So we're gonna talk about the similarities between. Do I have this off or on? Yeah, it's off. Did I make it any? Okay, this is fine. We're gonna talk about the similarities between the Naziah Harris case and the Madeline Soto case. Very, very similar, y'all. You cannot help but notice the similarities. And I wish I had like a true timeline of how each situation matched up, but I don't. So if you guys don't already know, I've been talking about it lately on YouTube. But Naziah Harris was only 13 years old when she is presumed to be dead. Basically, she was being sexually abused by her aunt's boyfriend, her off and on, off again boyfriend. She was sexually abused by him. He groomed her for years, and it's looking like he's the one who killed her. Her body is gone. He was the last person to see her. No one can find her body, and it's just text message exchanges between the both of them, of him asking for sexual favors and her complying. The last messages they had with each other was her saying she thinks she's might be pregnant. She didn't get her period, and he's telling her to get another pregnancy test. So the last situation that happened was he picked her up from school, and then she was never seen again. And it's crazy because with Madeline Soto was always also 13 years old when she was killed by Stephen Stearns. Both girls were killed the same year. They were both killed like a month apart from each other. Naziah Harris was killed in January of 2024, and Madeline Soto was killed in February of 2024. Both girls were 13 years old. Both girls were groomed. Both girls were being sexually abused by the women in their families' boyfriend. So Naziah Harris was being sexually abused by her, like I said, her aunt's long time, off again boyfriend. Her aunt had 5 children with this man. He had a history of abusing children, already had been to prison for it, was registered as a sex offender, and he was allowed in the home. I've been listening to the preliminary hearing stuff, and they're just trying to make it seem like he wasn't really there, but he was there. He was there visiting or whatever else he was doing in that household. So yeah, and then with Madeline Soto, she was being sexually abused by her mother's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, for years. Just text messages, videos, images, a whole bunch of it was found on his computer and on his phone. So both girls were pretty much failed by their families. Madeline Soto was failed by her family. Naziah Harris was failed by her family. The signs were there, and people just ignored it. People just go on as business as usual. I just don't understand how you can have a young girl around grown men, a grown man, and y'all think it's okay. With the Naziah Harris case, y'all, like I said, she was, hi Christopher, she was abused by her aunt's boyfriend, and her aunt's boyfriend used to have her go to the shop. He was like a mechanic. He was like the co-owner of a mechanic in Detroit, Michigan, and he would just have her go to his shop with him, hanging out for hours at a time. I listened to the preliminary hearing statements of his business partner, who was saying that, you know, they were fixing some car one time. I think that was the last time she was alive. They were fixing the car one time. And she was just hanging out in the car while they were fixing the car. And the business partner claimed that he was like, "Hey, are you going to take her home? Like, what's going on?" It's kind of like a distraction. He claimed to, didn't that he claimed he didn't see anything. But why would a grown man have his niece, a girl, at an auto body shop for hours? So based on the text messages between Isaiah Harris and Jarvis Butts, he would sexually abuse her at the shop. He probably was sexually abusing her in the vehicles that he transported her with. He also was abusing her in the basement. I don't know where else, because I saw some of the text messages saying, where we gonna meet at the basement or your job. So they would do it back and forth. So that's why he would pick her up. He wasn't picking her up because he was trying to teach her the ways. He didn't pick her up because he's trying to, mentor her. He didn't pick her up because, oh, she's trying to be a mechanic one day and I want to help her. He picks her up. He basically, to me, that's like a kind of version of a sex trafficking. He was taking her from one place to another place, transporting her and sexually assaulting her. So I feel like they should tack on sex trafficking charges on his thing. Real talk. There's no way out of this for him. I don't care what his defense tried to pull. The evidence is there. No one should be getting any type of immunity. The aunts, the grandmother, nobody in that family should be getting any type of immunity. That man needs to be in prison for life. And whoever was there responsible for her care and they weren't taking care of her, they also need to be held accountable, y'all. It was so sick listening to the preliminary hearing stuff from the Naziah Harris case. So Naziah was supposed to be home by like 3 something p.m. By 6 p.m. I guess they was like, "Oh, she's not home yet." And I guess they had known that normally she would go to the shop with the uncle, and I think they text where they found out that she was going to be there until 7:30 or something like that. Either way, y'all, apparently the aunt whose boyfriend was abusing her, she said something to the grandmother. They were all living in the same home. So Naziah was living in the home with her grandmother, her aunts, and her aunt's 5 children. And I guess Jarvis would visit or something from time to time. I'm not really sure how that arrangement was working. So the aunts, when they noticed that Naziah was not home, they were like, "Oh, Naziah's aunt name is Shannon. She said to her mother, 'Hey, should we call the police?'" And the grandmother, y'all want to know what the grandmother said? The grandmother said, "Oh, I'll take care of it in the morning. I'll handle it in the morning." How do you handle it in the morning? Your 13-year-old granddaughter is missing, did not come home. Y'all both said it was very unusual for her to be not home from school. If she's not home, I guess you would assume she's in the shop with the boyfriend, right? With Jarvis. There is no communication between them and Jarvis from what I've seen of them saying, where is she? It looked like he was like, he don't know where she's at. If Naziah is not at school, she's with Jarvis at the shop somewhere. So if she's not either places, where is she at? So apparently Jarvis picked her from school, did whatever he did, went to a motel, and she was not seen again. So it looks like he took her life in the motel, the hotel, wherever he did to her. Her body has not been recovered, have not been found, and he's not man enough to admit that he did what he did. He's not man enough to admit where her body is. Like, why don't you just put the girl to rest? You're gonna be in prison for life, my dude. Like, I don't understand predators. We know you've been a predator for years. We know you're gonna be in prison for a long time. Just admit the truth. From what I'm understanding, sexual predators are put into a special population. You're not going to be put in the general population. You're going to be protected, unfortunately. And the funny thing about Jarvis, his last name is Butts, and I hope they're going to be all up in his butts. Part of my language, I don't care. You guys, when it comes to sexual assault, sexual abuse, I don't condone that kind of behavior for anyone, for any gender, for any race, except for child predators. If you are a child predator, you're abusing children, no remorse, just savage. I don't have no mercy for you. So if you are a sexual predator, when you go to prison, I don't care what happens to you. I don't care. I want you to go to general population. And I really think they should stop putting them in special population. They want to do the crime, make them do the time. So with Jarvis, He thinks he's a pretty boy. The aunt thinks he's a pretty boy. Everybody thinks he's a pretty boy because he's light skinned with good hair and whatever else. He's not attractive. Sexual abusers aren't attractive. How can you see a man that's sexually abusing children and you consider them attractive? Anyway, y'all, so like I said before, Jarvis, his last name is Butts, and I hope that the men in prison who like other men is going to be all up in his butts and going to be all up in his guts. I don't care. When it comes to sexual predators, I don't care about your rights. I don't care about laws being broken in prison because you were breaking that girl down for years. Even if Naziah Harris survived what happened to her, she would need a lifetime of mental health services, a lifetime of support to let her know that what happened to her was wrong. She shouldn't have no guilt. The people who were around her didn't protect her, and she's an innocent. She wasn't fast. She wasn't grown. She was groomed. She was manipulated. She was unprotected by everyone around her. I don't want to. If anybody even come close to saying that they think that she was wrong, I've seen several comments online blaming this little girl for being grown, being fast, talking about she should have known better. The girl didn't have her own mother and father in her life. Her mother is on drugs somewhere out in the world. Her dad is dead. The grandmother didn't protect her, didn't care about her. The aunt didn't protect her, didn't care about her. How was she supposed to know better? I want someone to answer me today. If you're going to call this 13-year-old girl grown and fast for a grown man coming on to her, tell me how was she supposed to know better when nobody told her any better? She's 13. I don't care if she's on her period. I don't care if she has, puberty's all up on her. Her body's fully grown like a woman. I don't care. She's 13 in the mind, 13 in the body. Grown men need to know better. If you are a grown man and you see other grown men all up on young girls and making inappropriate comments, you need to check him. And if you are chilling with a man who likes young girls and who's always around young girls, very R. Kelly-ish, and you're still chilling with them, birds of a feather flock together. You can't say that, that's none of my business. I didn't see what happened. No, you're just as bad, because I'm not going to be okay with somebody, a grown-ass man around little girls. I don't care if you're her so-called, they weren't even related by blood. Jarvis Butts was not even, he kept calling her his niece. My niece, his niece. They were not married. Naziah's aunt was not married to Jarvis Butts. They were not blood relatives. The only thing they had in common was that her cousins. She had cousins because of Jarvis. That's it. They were not related. It was a sick, twisted, so-called fake uncle and niece relationship. Okay, it was just sick, y'all. Just if y'all listen to the preliminary hearing stuff, you would be sick. You would be disgusted. Everyone who's being questioned. And I think from the comments, people were saying, I'm going to watch her interview again, but from the comments, they were saying that the only person who may have cared about Naziah, I can't confirm that, was Jarvis Butts' sister. I need to listen to her interview again. I really didn't get into her interview. But everyone else did not seem to care about Naziah Harris. They were very nonchalant, very chill in the courtroom. The prosecutor and everybody's asking him, do you see Jarvis Butts in the courtroom right now? Oh, I don't see him. Where is he? I don't see him. So Jarvis is in the courtroom. I guess he cut his hair, so people acting like they can't recognize him. He has on a mask, the mask that people wear when the hospital you're sick, the pandemic type of mask. He's wearing a mask, and I think I overheard him on the phone with his business partner saying that they got him quarantined. I honestly feel that Jarvis is wearing the mask to hide his face because he's ashamed of himself and he know what he did is wrong. Why is he allowed to wear the mask? Put the mask down when you're in the courtroom. I don't care. So yeah, everybody's acting like, I don't know where Jarvis is at. They're like, can you point him to us? Who's Jarvis? I don't know where he is. I don't recognize him. I think only one person said they recognized him. That was his baby mom, Shannon Harris, claimed that she recognized him in the courtroom. Everybody else acting like they can't see him. They can't see. They didn't see him in the courtroom. They didn't see him abusing a girl. They blind. So everyone failed Naziah Harris. Even the judge said it. The judge is on point. I really hope the prosecution does not drop the ball with anything. Jarvis he's done. There's no way he's getting out of prison. But I hope that they don't give him any type of parole option. He needs to be life in prison without the opportunity of parole. Again, I don't know if Michigan is a state that has the death penalty, but he needs to be. Let me go look it up. Shoot, I messed up. I messed up and pressed something wrong. But I'm usually not for the death penalty, y'all, but with child predators, with pedophiles, I am for the death penalty for them. I am for the death penalty. So let me go ahead and look it up and see if Michigan has the death penalty. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, y'all. So it says Michigan. Michigan abolished the death penalty in 1846, becoming the first English speaking jurisdiction to do so. The ban was written into the state constitution in 1963. So So yeah, so because of Michigan, abolishing the death penalty, Jarvis is lucky. So he's only gonna get life in prison without parole. And I really hope that there's no plea bargains. I hope they don't give him a chance to get any type of parole. He has abused other children before. You feel me? He abused before. He's a known abuser. He's on a sex offender. He's a predator. He preyed on her. The murder was premeditated. He knew she was pregnant. He knew that he didn't want to get in trouble for her pregnancy. So he took her life. So basically, also what I've learned, y'all, is that he may have not meant to kill her. What happened is he was trying to do a bootleg abortion. He was trying to perform his own type of abortion on her. I don't know what tools, what materials, what methods he was using. So it looked like he was trying to perform an abortion on her, and the abortion failed. And so he took her life to just finish it off like that. But I honestly don't care. You should have never got her pregnant. You shouldn't have been having sex with her. And this is how you know he's sick in the head. You can even spare the girl by wearing a condom. Sorry about that, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hi, Dipag. Good morning. It's not morning over here. It's evening. It's nights actually. Hi, Syed. So I just forgot the last thing I was saying, y'all. Um, but yeah, like he basically was trying to perform his own version of an abortion on her. And like I said before, he didn't have even the decency to say, you know what, I'm already abusing a girl. Let me wear protection. But he's so sick in the head. He thinks he's invincible. He's a sick man in the head. He was just acting like you don't know where babies come from. You don't know this girl can get pregnant. You're already ruining her life by raping her. Then you're ruining her life by not wearing a condom, getting her pregnant, trying to perform some backdoor, whatever you call it, abortion, and then it failed, and you're gonna take her life. Like, she had no chance in that home. No one cared about her, and I really feel sorry for her. And another similarity that Madeline Soto had with her. Madeline Soto, like I said before, was 13 years old, being abused by her mother's boyfriend. Allegedly, Madeline Soto was also pregnant. And it looks like Stephen Stearns found out she was pregnant, and he also was trying to take care of the problem by taking her out of this world, taking her out of this life. So both men are abusing these girls, and looks like they both got them pregnant and killed them. So the similarities are sickening. Like I said, they were both 13, both unprotected from anyone. Madeline Soto's mother did not care about her. This lady was so doped up on sleep meds and anxiety med, whatever she was on. She was so busy in her own world that she just basically gave her daughter to Stephen Stearns. She gave her daughter to Stephen Stearns. She didn't want to be a parent anymore, and I always wish that she could just gave her to the dad, give her to someone who actually protect her and care about her. The same thing with Naziah Harris. If the grandmother couldn't handle her, if the aunt couldn't handle her, why didn't y'all give the girl up? I feel so bad for her. She imagine how Naziah was feeling, dang, like my mom is too drugged up on drugs to even care for me. My dad ain't here. My grandmother don't care about me. My aunt don't care about me. My so-called uncle, the only one giving me some attention, even though he's giving me inappropriate attention. Y'all, it's so sad because all the text messages that she was talking with him, it was bae this, bae that. He had her thinking that she was in a sick type of romantic relationship with her fake uncle, calling him bae and bae, I miss you, bae, you're mine. Where you at, bae? Bae this, bae, are you mad at me, bae, bae, bae? A 13-year-old girl, y'all. So from the time she was between 11 and 13, this man was abusing this girl, a savage. And everybody acting like they didn't see nothing. Y'all was seeing stuff. Y'all just didn't want to see it. Okay? People in families who ignore this kind of stuff, somebody is seeing something. They are ignoring it. They don't care about the children. The aunts, her self-esteem must have been in the toilets. Her self-esteem must have been in the toilets. She's so busy trying to get pregnant by this man every year that she wasn't paying attention to her own niece. How you have 5 kids with a sexual predator? There's so many men out here, girl. And it's like, I don't understand. It's sick. And it's like, I really hope that somehow Desire Harris is resting in peace, because she was living hell. She was living hell on earth in this life. So it's unfortunate what happened to her, but it's like that's the only peace she's gonna get. She was being sexually assaulted by this man for years. So the only peace she's getting is in her death right now. And I really hope that her death is going to help other girls. Her death is going to help other families. Wake up, people. Stop ignoring your family. You know what? And we can even wake up these. Some people are so mentally gone. They're so stuck in their mental illness that they can't come out of it. They can literally see a child being abused. They can see that she's high risk, and they just ignore it. Oh, it's none of my business. Oh, she's fast. She's grown. She knows what she's doing. And that's how they do it. That's how these sick people I can't be around a child and see that somebody is preying on somebody and doing something to somebody and not say anything. If I see something, baby, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to sit quiet. So anyone who's sitting around while young girls and even young boys are being sexually assaulted, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I saw a message somewhere, y'all, that people were saying, oh, well, Jarvis Butts was abused by other women when he was younger, and his own mother got pregnant by him. Something, y'all, I don't know any truth to this, but they're alleging that Jarvis Butts was sexually assaulted as a child, and so that's why he became a child predator. I don't care. When you come into adulthood, you got to say, you know what happened to me was wrong. That was wrong, what happened to me, and I'm all messed up in the head. I need to get help. I need to get help. I don't care. Plenty of people have been sexually abused as children who do not go on to abuse. Plenty of people. Okay, there's no, at a certain point, you got to say, what happened to me was wrong, and I don't want this happening to anybody else. That's the right thing to do. But some people are just so stuck in their own life, and they're stuck in they're in this victim state. Like, well, they did it to me. Well, I'm gonna do it to somebody else. They did it to me. Because I even heard R. Kelly was saying that he was abused as a child or whatever, and that's part of the reason why he would abuse. Okay, it's very unfortunate that anybody's abused in the childhood, but you have to grow up and wise up and say, what happened to me was wrong, and now I'm gonna do better. And like I said before in my other live, there are child abusers who know that their limits. They know that children are their triggers, and they know that if you put them in front of a child, they will abuse. And some of them are, wise enough, I guess, to say, I'm going to stay away from children, or I'm going to make sure that you guys keep me in prison, because if I go around them, I'm going to do something. Some of them are like that. Some of them know they shouldn't be doing that, and they're still doing it. But there's some who admit to you that they know what their triggers are, and they will stay away because they know what they're doing is wrong. Because not all predators act on their thoughts and stuff like that. Some of them just have those thoughts, those inappropriate thoughts, and they don't act on them. You have the ones that have the thoughts and they act on them. Okay. Anybody who says this is depressing and you don't want to hear it on my channel, please leave my channel. You shouldn't be on my channel. Yep, it's very depressing. Yep, children being abused is very depressing. So please get off my channel. Please get off my live. please get off my live, okay? If my topics are depressing, thank you, because it's basically gonna weed my topics will weed out the people who I don't want on my channel. If you don't like my topics, please leave, and I hope you have a great night, okay? Let me see. Saeed said, can I ask you something? It's been 3-4 days of watching you live. What actually happened that you always talking about? You need to read the description on my channel if you're not sure. Syed, let me just get rid of you. Yeah. If y'all don't know about me, get to know me. Go read the description on my channel and you'll see about me. Hey everyone, my son wants y'all to know that he is drinking grape juice. We made grape juice from scratch today. We juiced it with a juicer. And it was good. I've never made grape juice from scratch. I've juiced before and I've added juice to it, but I've never had grape juice on its own. He wants y'all to know that. All right, so anyone who is having a problem with my topic, my channel is not for you. Please go to another channel who's talking about rainbows and sunshine and the TikTok ban and the storm and whatever else. I'm just not your cup of tea, y'all. Please. I am not your cup of tea. If you don't want to hear my topics, please leave now. I don't want you here. I don't, because you are unhealed. You have problems and you don't understand why talking about these topics are helpful. It's a PSA, baby. Children are being abused right now while I'm talking, and I'm not going to stop talking. So if you don't like when I talk bolts, please go on somewhere else. And I usually try not to respond to stuff like that, but y'all are irritating. If you have a problem with me talking about, I got flour on my pants. If you have a problem with me talking about abuse, sex abuse, children being protected, not being protected, you have a problem and I don't want you on my channel. I'm going to always talk about it. I'm going to always talk about it. I am a survivor and I'm going to talk about it. So please, you're not here for me. You're not here for the children. You're here for yourself. You're probably an abuser your doggone self. You feel me? Because anybody who's a survivor or anyone who loves children, who wants to protect children, are not going to have a problem with me talking about it. I will talk about it every day. Every single live, I will talk about it, okay? And I'm not going to stop talking about it. And you clearly haven't been to my channel because every live, I don't talk about this. Lately, I have been talking about Messiah Harris' case because I care about her case. I'm sick of families not protecting children. I am a survivor. I was also not protected. So I'm always going to talk about it every chance I get. So if you don't like it, please leave. Like real talk, like it's irritating. Anybody who has a problem with people talking about it has a problem. And you're a victim blamer, you're probably an abuser, and you're unhealed and you need to get help. Real talk. Anyway, so the similarities between Madeline Soto and Messiah Harris is really, it's sad. It's sad that another young girl, and there are many girls who are being abused right now who are not on the news. It's not being publicized. So I hope that these stories can bring more awareness. Ladies, if you have a friend who's thirsty for men and she's bringing strange men around her daughter or other children, speak up. Speak up. Like, girl, you sure that's a good idea? Like, I don't think that's cool. Some of us are mandated reporters, y'all. If y'all see something, say something. If you see a predator hanging around young kids, young girls, and it looks suspicious, the body language is off, say something. Because you could save somebody's life. Please, y'all. It's a serious problem. It's not changed. We're in 2025 and it's not changing. People are still putting children in harm's way. It's very, I wish I didn't have to talk about this. I wish that I did not have to talk about it, but we do have to talk about it because it's a problem. Okay? There are women who don't know how to be single. There are women who are just so thirsty for men. There are women who are afraid of losing their man, so they'd rather keep the predator around the children to keep peace, the so-called peace. You know, they want the man to get a piece of the child and a piece of them. The men, like Jarvis Butts, he didn't even want the aunts. He didn't even want these grown women. He wanted young girls. He used the women as a decoy, whatever you want to call it. He used the women as a cover, but he really was after the girls. There are men out there who would literally prey on single mothers, single women, to get to the children. It's a real thing. And if you don't know the red flags, you need to read up on about it, okay? Please stop leaving these young girls around these strange men. Talk to the girls. How are you feeling? You know, anything you want to talk about. Look at the it should be like common sense, but some people don't have common sense. Common sense is not actually common. It's very unfortunate. And I'm very passionate about this topic, and I'm gonna get hype every time. And whoever have a problem with it, please don't come on my channel. There's other channels who are gonna talk about celebrity gossip, who's wearing what, who's cute, who's ugly, who's car. I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care. I care about real life stuff. That's what I care about. So it makes me mad. Jennifer Soto, the mother of Madeline Soto, she needs to be in jail. She needs to be in prison. I don't understand how they gave her immunity, because they don't need Madeline. They don't need Jennifer Soto's testimony or anything, because there's enough evidence against Stephen Stearns to put him away for a long time. He's not gonna get out. You know, he's never gonna get out of prison. So I don't see why they needed her. I don't see it. I don't get the prosecutors. I don't get it. The mother didn't protect her, but I guess they were saying they didn't find any evidence that she had anything to do with it. But letting your young girl sleep in the bed with your boyfriend is a crime. It should be a crime in itself. That's neglect. That's straight up neglect. This lady was busy taking sleep medicines, anxiety meds, and whatever else that she was out of it. Like, girl. And then she said she wasn't really sexually active with him. So it's like, what was his purpose? He wasn't paying no bills. He wasn't helping you with nothing other than he was helping himself to your daughter. And I'm sick of women like that. I'm sick of thirsty women who are just only care about men. I've seen it I've lived in a household like that with a woman who did not care about her daughter. She only cared about the man, and that's it. So I'm speaking from experience. There are women out there who don't care about girls. They only care about the D. And I'm not that woman. Like I said before, like having a good man is great. Having a good man who's not abusive, but if it's like, why even risk it though sometimes when you're not even sure about this guy? People are not doing enough background checks. If you're a single woman, if you're a single mother, and you can find a good guy and you've done the background check on him, you're making sure you're not leaving him alone with your children, you feel like you truly know him, then it's a good thing. But if you're just closing your eyes, going to bed while he's up with the children and doing all kind of stuff, and like I said before, I'm sure there's some great stepfathers out there, but from my experience, there's some nasty stepdads out there. Okay, and even if the guy is good, I'm not gonna like completely trust anybody. I'm just not. And call me paranoid, call me what you want, but you ain't gonna have I don't want to have my children coming to me say, Mom, when you were sleeping, Mom, when you were busy, so-and-so was touching on me. Mom, I tried to tell you, Mom, you wouldn't listen to me. I don't want none of my children coming to me like that, because it's a very painful thing for somebody to go through. I've been that person where no one was looking, no one was watching. Years later, you go tell the people about it. Well, you're still thinking about that? Oh, well, this happens to everyone, like normalizing some toxic stuff. Hi, Nia. Oh, thanks, Nia. Keep speaking, fat. My first marriage, when I left, took me 4 years to heal, and before accepting another man to my life. Girl, I have been single for so long. I'm so used to it now. Girl. And from other women experiences, it's not even enticing to me no more. You know, there's married women who are feeling like they're single. I used to feel like I was missing out, Nia, but I don't feel like I'm missing out anymore, because I want peace in my life, and I don't want to risk anything. I'm glad I'm at this place in my life, because I used to be male centered. I used to be focused on, this guy. I used to be more focused on, does he like me, and not do I like him. You know what I'm trying to say? And now it's in reverse now. Now, do I like you? No, I don't think I like you enough. Like, no matter what your circumstances, people, never be thirsty for a man. Ladies, no matter what your circumstances is, somebody will love you for who you are, but don't be so thirsty. Don't be so thirsty that you're basically giving your children away to these predators. And again, I know all men are not predators, but just either way, don't be thirsty. A man does not respect a thirsty woman. Let the man chase you. Let him do the work, okay? Don't be so thirsty. Please don't be so thirsty. And make sure he's providing something for you. Stop giving these men stuff for free, okay? These men ain't working for nothing no more. I'm not even gonna get into it, baby girl, but I'm not down for what's going on right now. Um, I have peace in my life. I have my children that I love so much. Is life perfect? No, but no one's life is perfect, right? But I have happiness inside of me. I've had them. I'm more happy than I've ever been in my life, and I don't feel like I'm missing a man like I did before. Like before, I felt like something was missing inside of me, looking for my other half. I don't have a void in me anymore. I am so happy for healing. I am so happy for EMDR therapy. I don't feel that void that I need to feel in me. Like I need a man to feel. I need a man to come and do this for me and to rescue me. Like no one is coming to save me. I have to save myself, and that's to everybody. If you're a single person, no one is coming to save you. Love yourself, heal yourself, get counseling, get therapy, whatever you need to do. And if it happens, happens. And I've heard a tip before that if you're looking to be with someone, do things that you love and it will happen naturally. Don't go out seeking. Don't be looking. If you like to bowl, join the bowling club. If you like to swim, join a swim team. You know, if you like to cook, join whatever it is that you love to do it. And then you might find the person, you might find someone who likes what you like and you guys could be together, all that good stuff. But don't go looking and searching, because sometimes you end up finding what you don't really want, what you don't really need. Let it happen naturally. I was the person who was going after it the wrong ways and I got bad outcomes. I got bad outcomes. I don't look no more. I'm just living my life, being the best mother that I can, just on this loving, healing me journey and just peace and happiness journey. I don't care. I don't need what everybody else they have in their life. I'm not missing it. And I'm not jealous. Like for a while, I used to be jealous of other relationships. Like, oh, she has somebody. Now I'm happy for you, sis. If you got a man, he's making you happy, I'm happy for you. I love to see love. I love to see black love, women in love, women being loved on, women being taken care of, women not crying every night because she don't know where her man is at. A woman who's at peace, a man who's helping her, her true helpmate, not she doing all the work. Okay, I'm happy for women in those kind of situations. If he's not coming to add to you, why is he there, sis? I just want to know that. And until you find that, I think you should stay single. And people can do what they want to, but I'm staying single until I have the right situation. And if I'm always single, that's okay, because I finally am at peace and I'm finally know that I don't need a man to make me happy. I need me. And the children that I reproduced, is that the right term? The children that I brought into this world, they need me. And I don't want no one to try to take me out of this world because they got anger issues, jealousy issues, and some other kind of issues. I want to be here for myself, and I want to be here for my children. So I just wish that Naziah Harris' aunt knew that. I wish Madeline Soto's, I wish Jennifer Soto knew that. I just wish more women could love themselves, heal themselves, know that you don't need a man to make you happy, girl. Okay, I'm reading your comments, Nia. Hi, Nia. Thanks again. It happened to me, one of my sisters, and she is to this day, and she's still to this day traumatized. Yes, it's traumatizing. I was so young. I really understand. I did not really see exactly. Man, this dude pretended to be a woman. And the winner to my giveaway the other night, just for me to send him. Wait, you gave somebody $100? Oh my goodness, girl. Are you serious? Hold on one second. My son's father was like that, using me for money, and now he jumped to marry my cousin using her Grinch dream trust. Wait, no, real talk. Let's back up to the all of that stuff is terrible. What happened, Nia? Somebody pretended to be pretended to be a woman and got the money. So did he get the money, or he almost tricked you? Okay. Oh, okay. Girl, that's horrible. Some people, and everything you said was horrible. Everything that happened is horrible. It's just sad. People don't realize that when you abuse, that's why I don't have no sympathy for child predators, because you give children a lifetime worth of trauma. Your little freak off that you've been doing with them, however you want, whatever you want to call it, you're traumatizing these children for the rest of your life. The women, the men who are watching and not protecting your children, you're giving these children a lifetime of therapy. There are people in their 70s, 80s, probably 90s, who still remember what happened to them when they were sexually abused as a children, who still have not been able to get over it. So nobody gonna tell me to get over anything. That stuff traumatized you. So if you're able to work through your traumas and still be happy and smile, I applaud you, because it's not easy. It's easy to just be down, and there's people on drugs right now on the street, strung out on drugs, selling their bodies, just gave up on life because of what happened. That stuff mess you up. So nobody gonna tell me to be quiet, because I know what it does to the brain. Okay? That's why I'm never gonna be quiet. Nobody gonna come in here and victim blame me. Nobody's gonna come here and talk about why you always talking about it. It's depressing. Go somewhere else. There's plenty of channels that's just doing goofy stuff all day long, beefing, drama. Go do that. I'm not about that. That's not making a difference in nobody's life. I played with the scam. I think you did tell me that. Okay, but never send it. Haha. No, I sent it to giveaway on Josh. She got it. So happy for her. Oh, that's really nice. I think you did tell me that you went along with somebody playing around. I'm glad the scammer did not get the money, because I can't stand people like that. And they'll just get away with it and they're just going with their life like nothing ever happened. I can't stand people like that. So I'm glad they didn't get the money. Some people just need to get a life, yo. So you guys, I did ask a poll. The poll is not about my topic, but you know, I said, are you happy that TikTok is back? 35% of you said yes, and 65% of you said no, and that was 20 votes. I'm not gonna say yes, I'm happy. I'm not gonna say no, I'm not happy. I'm happy for those who love TikTok. I'm happy for those of you who really love TikTok. I'm happy for those of you who make money from TikTok. But if they banned it, it would have been like, oh, okay, they banned it. Because I honestly was late to get on the TikTok train, and I don't do endless scrolling like some people do on TikTok. I'm not saying that I don't be on social media. What I'm saying is TikTok was not my thing. But I get the value of it. I get the education. I get the networking. I understand it. Okay? There's some interesting things on TikTok, but it wasn't like my drug, so to speak, for lack of a better term. It wasn't my drug of choice. So I could take it or leave it, you know. And I knew it was going to last long. Like I was saying to y'all in my last live when I was in the kitchen, I knew the ban was going to be short-lived. I knew it. I called it, because it's like, it's just all this hype. And honestly, y'all, if you like Trump, that's fine. I'm not going to talk negative about him. I'm not going to talk positive about him. But I would say Trump, I had a feeling this would happen for him to kind of get the praise that he wants. Like, oh, yes, I got TikTok back for you, so you guys should love me, praise me. You know, very narcissistic type of vibe. It was giving that for me. It was giving that Trump was involved with this to make himself look good and just to whatever else he can get from it. That's why I didn't think it was going to be long, because Trump was coming in office, even though at first I think he was against the TikTok ban. But now he just wants to come in on a high note, like, oh, I'm the president again, and I got TikTok back for y'all. That was just my opinion. If y'all don't agree with it, y'all don't agree with it. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. He called me a liar. He called me a liar, haha, when he was in a liar. Called me a liar when I emailed him back saying I sent the money, lol. What I meant is, yes, I sent the money, lol, just to you, scammer. Not to you, scammer. Yeah. Some people are just like, I just cannot. Was the person even a subscriber to you? I just cannot. That giveaway stuff, girl, that was very big of you, Nia. You know, that was very nice of you, but girl, some people are shady. But I'm glad Bethany is a real person. She's really cool. I couldn't think of a better person to get it. She deserves it. So I'm glad that, you know, it was nice of you to do that giveaway, and I'm glad that she got it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yep. It's just a shame that people's really trying to scam. Like, oh my gosh. People come to the live stream and be trying to scam. Girl, I'm not doing no giveaway. It's too much going on. But I'm happy for you. Like, I think I tried to do a giveaway like a long time ago, one of my old channels. I forgot what I was trying to give away, y'all. I did, and I think I gave somebody a $25 gift card. Yep. I gave somebody a $25 gift card one time. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do a giveaway again. If I do, if anything, I'll just do something like, somebody who has a channel, um, promote the channel or something like that on my channel. That's probably much I was doing. I'm not gonna do any exchange of money anymore because of how people can be, and there's certain rules that YouTube has, specific rules about how you do giveaways and contests and stuff like that, and I don't want to be in ever like I don't want to be in violation of any of their rules, so I just decided not to like get involved with it. But I'm glad you were able to do that. It was nice of you, especially when your channel is growing. So that was really nice of you. I was so happy for her. Yeah, she deserved it. People, we'll do another one. Make sure they have Zelle and also are verified to them or someone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever you need to do to verify it. You're braver than me, girl. You're braver than me. Um, yeah, you're braver than me, girl. I'm just, yeah. But yeah, y'all, that's really I want so I think I told y'all in my last live, I really want the Naziah Harris case to be blown up more than what it is. It's, unfortunately, black girls don't tend to get the coverage that they need. So I did email. Did I email her? Anyway, I contacted Nancy Grace, her team, whatever, to see if they could please speak about this case. Who knows if they'll even see my message? They might just ignore it. I also reached out to Grizzly True Crime, one of my favorite channels. I emailed her, but she emailed an automatic message back saying that she gets so much emails that she will read it, but she may not be able to get back to it. But I really hope that Grizilla True Crime takes on the Naziah Harris case, because she covered the Madeline Soto case so good, so thorough. I loved it. I got all my information, or majority of my information, from her channel. So you guys check out Grizzly True Crime. I really hope she covers the Naziah Harris case. It needs more coverage, and more people need to be put on blast. Shame, shame, shame to everyone. Shame to everyone who watched that young girl get abused and turn a blind eye. How are you okay with a child predator having unlimited access around a young girl? You're guilty just by that. His sexual history was not a secret. People knew that he was a child predator. The baby moms knew. I'm not understanding how child predators who are in a registry were allowed to be around children. How was he on the registry, but he was allowed to be around Naziah Harris? Somebody make it make sense to me. I want someone to explain to me, how do sexual predators get to be around children? Because I understand that sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, they can be around their own children, but he actually sexually abused his own daughter as well, and he abused his own daughter and somebody else in the family. So he's a known family abuser. Um, I don't know if people are giving him a pass because he's light skinned with the good hair, and I guess they think he's cute. But if you're touching kids, baby, you're not cute to me. You're ugly. Anybody who's abusing children, if you're a grown man out there abusing children, you're not cute. You're not cute. You're not cute. You're ugly. You're ugly. And it is sad that people are so caught up with looks and aesthetic that they overlook abuse. I don't care what you look like, because you're ugly to me once you're a predator. There's not an attractive trait about that. It's sick to me. That aunt, like I said before, any woman who knows that a man is a predator, or who ignores the signs of a predator, you have seriously low self-esteem. You need help, and I don't have any mercy for you. I don't have no mercy for you. I don't. I don't. I have some sympathy for people who are completely blind, so they didn't know, and but for people who had hints and they knew, I don't have no sympathy for you. And once you find out, you need to jump on it. Call the police. Get this man away from the kids. Like, how do you just act like you don't know what happened? It's almost like they set her up, and I just feel like it must have been some low key a sex trafficking ring. I don't know, y'all. I mean, he Jarvis Butts would have Naziah Harris at the shop for hours, just hours. And I think one time the aunt texted him saying, "Do you need her at this," or something like that. What is a girl doing? Like, it's different. It was like, oh, my young nephew. I'm trying to teach my young nephew how to change tires and fix cars so he can do this as a job one day. And even then, even a boy shouldn't be around the uncle like that. He's a child predator. But it would probably make more sense if he was trying to teach a boy. But you had a girl over there sexually abusing her, messing her. And y'all, like I said before in my last live, this man is so sick. He was a sex addict. He all the messages between all the messages. I'm sorry, between Jarvis Butts and Naziah Harris were all sexual. He never asked about her homework. He never asked her about school. He never said, how you doing? Is everything okay? Can I help you? It was always, can you suck my D? Can you do this for me? Be naked in the basement, meet me down there. I want this. I want that. I stole your underwear. All kind of nasty, indecent stuff this man was talking to her. This man didn't care nothing about her. He used her body and he discarded her like trash. And this makes me sick. That's why I say it before. Whatever they do to him in prison, men don't care. Get all up in his butts. All the prisoners, if any prisoners are on my live right now, I know prisoners be having phones in prison. If you are in prison with Jarvis Butts, get up all in his butts and in his guts. I don't care. I don't care, because what he did to her and all the other girls is wrong. And he needs to be, he needs to be shook in prison. He needs to be shaken every night. Every night. He can't even close his eyes. And I don't care. I don't condone abuse, sexual assault for anybody except for predators. I have no mercy for predators. So every night he should be just shaking in his boots. The poop should be just leaking from his butt, because he can't even sit down properly no more. Get him, Bubba and everybody. Get him. Get in line. I don't care. I don't care if it's inappropriate, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of predators being free to roam and do whatever. They're the only people who I don't have no mercy for, because they're sick in the head. And anybody who condone their behavior, anybody who gives them a pass, anyone says, oh, but what happened to him when he was okay? But why is he not stopping? Why is he not learning his lesson? Why y'all letting him around the kids? Y'all just as bad. Stop having so much mercy and sorrow for predators. I came from a family who have mercy for predators, and they don't care about the victims. They only care about, oh, so-and-so, y'all don't get me started. Don't get me started, y'all, because families do this all the time. It's not just Naziah Harris' family. Families all around the world ignore the cries of young girls and young boys every day, because it's not just young girls being abused. Young boys are being abused by men and women. Girls are also abused by men and women. It's not right. Yes, no mercy. And it's like I said, I'm not that kind of person who wish anything bad on people. But when it comes to child predators, I have no mercy for you. Okay, they know what they're doing is wrong. They cover it up. They do all kinds of. They don't. It's not like, okay, there's some mental delay. Oh, he didn't know any better. He got the mind of a 5-year-old or whatever. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He was researching abortion, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff, and he knew what he was doing was wrong. So I don't have mercy for those who know what they're doing, what is wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. You're a grown man. You can't keep saying, this happened to me when I was a kid. That's all I knew. They did it to me, so I'm doing it to them. At a certain point, you got to grow up. You got to say, you know what? I need help. I need help. What I'm doing is wrong. But when you're a child predator and you have no remorse, you have no conscience, you're going to keep doing it. And then when people around you are condoning that behavior, you're going to feel like you're above the law. Jarvis Butts felt like he was above the law, so he kept doing his thing. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I mean, if I even see a girl flinch around a man, I'm gonna say, what's going on here? Are you okay? Is he making you feel uncomfortable? I'm going to ask questions. Why are people not asking questions? The girl wasn't seeing her period, and y'all didn't know that there was no pads being used in the bathroom. Even Madeline Soto, she was not seeing her period, and her own mother didn't even know what was going on. These mothers be knowing. These women be knowing, and they ignore it because they want to keep these dusty, nasty men. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So whoever don't want to hear me talk about it, don't come on my channel, because I'm going to talk about it. And I might talk about it even more just for y'all who don't like it. I mean, what kind of person would say you talk about child abuse too much? It's depressing. Baby, if this make you depressed, you not ready for life. Go lay down somewhere. Go lay down. You ain't ready for life. You're not. They know what they're doing. They hide in plain sight and be showing how good and nice, almost perfect they are in public. They're behind closed doors. The pure evil and wicked. They're monsters behind closed doors. Just complete monsters. I got a co-parent with a monster right now. Got the fake image oh, I'm this, that, I'm this, that. But in behind closed door, they're a monster, just a monster, a victim blamer, no accountability. It's never their fault. You know what narcissists, y'all? Narcissists, they either want to, they're narcissists can't never be the one at fault. No. Narcissists, they're either the victim or the victor. They gotta be the victim. Oh, what was me? They did it to me. They did it to me. And or I'm the hero. Yes, I did it. They're never gonna say, "Oh yeah, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that." Accountability. They run from it. If you are around someone who doesn't admit their fault, lack accountability, always blaming somebody, run. Run. That's not a healthy person. Healthy, normal people admit their fault. They try to grow, they learn, they try to do better. Okay? If you're around someone who's always it's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Well, I only did it because so and so told me to. Or I only did, well, she told me she liked that. Oh, well, I thought she wanted it. You're around someone who is not safe. Please get away from these kind of people. I don't even trust it. Normal people admit fault. Normal people know right from wrong and will take the right steps. You know what I'm saying? To do the right thing. But narcissists, psychopaths, all of them people like that, they cannot be saved. Don't save them. You can't save them. Stop trying to save these predators. They're not saving themselves. Why are you trying to save them? Y'all some Captain Save or whatever out here. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. They don't want to be saved, y'all. They don't want to be saved. Stop trying to save these predators and these narcissists, these psychopaths. They don't want to be saved. They can't be saved. It's too late for them. I'm about to get off Nia. I've been on for almost an hour. I really appreciate you coming in, Nia. I'm about to clean up a little bit and I think make a smoothie. If my daughter still wants. It's kind of late. We might watch Gilmore Girls. I don't know. It's really late. Y'all, I be trying to have bedtimes and it never works out. I always like, we should go to bed at this time. And it's the weekend, y'all. There's no school tomorrow. And tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. So shout out to Martin Luther King Jr. for doing what you did and being a great man. It's unfortunate they took your life the way they did, but you are appreciated. And I hope you guys have a good Martin Luther King Day tomorrow. Relax, do something, help somebody out, volunteer your time, donate, whatever you can do to help and give back. It don't have to be money. It could be, like I said, do an action, help someone, give back, advocate, support, love, whatever you can do that. Martin Luther King would have appreciated it. Martin Luther King Jr. would appreciate you doing a kind deed for him, not just on Martin Luther King Day, but just every day, y'all. Let's be here to be better people, okay? Let's learn from our mistakes. Let's do better. Stop tormenting people. If you can't make someone happy, you're not here to bring anything positive to their life. Get out of their life and leave them alone. It's not right and it's not fair, okay? I'm sick of it. Be alone. Go in the woods somewhere and leave people alone if you don't know how to be nice. Please. Yes, Nia. Until next time. Thank you. Thank you. Bonne nuit. I'll be into. Anyway, so I'm going to come off now, y'all. I really appreciate everyone who came into my live stream. Shout out to those of you who care about children, who are just compassionate, empathetic people. We don't have enough empathetic people. Not enough people have empathy. A lot of people lack empathy. So it's easy for them to victim blame. It's even easy for them to say, oh, you're a professional victim. Oh, you're depressing me. Oh, you're always talking about it. Oh, get over it. I don't want nothing to do with you. So I love my channel for filtering out the people that I don't want on my channel. I'm going to always block you. I'm going to take you off my channel. I don't want to go somewhere else to do that. Okay. I'm not, that's not what I'm here for. If you're not adding to my channel, you're not helpful to me. So I hate that I have to do that for the people who are here for the positive. Sometimes I have to mention some things. I need to do a little cleanup around here. All right, y'all, but I'm going to come off. Let me end my poll. So I said, are you happy that TikTok is back? 32% of you said yes, and 68% of you said no. But I'm happy for those of you who were getting something from TikTok. I'm happy for you. But it looks like most people are not happy that TikTok is back. I'm in the middle.